my God. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mind of the Football Fans podcast. I'm your host, David. I'm with my amazing guys here. Spy is right there. Tammy is right there. How you guys doing?
Very, very good. Thank you, David. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good. Tammy, how you doing? How you feeling? How's the California
Good.
weather?
It's nice. It's kind of cool. It's looking a little chilly. Was not expecting that. Thought it was middle of the summer, but guess not.
Yeah, Spy, I can see you're wearing a sweatshirt in the middle of what? Like, isn't it hot there? Like, isn't it hot? How you wearing a sweatshirt there?
As Michael Depar said, or Big Shark, man's not hot. Man's
That's a
not hot.
good one. That's a
I
good
probably
one.
got a
Yeah.
fan right next to me, but man's not hot.
That's pretty good. It's so good to see you guys. Welcome to another episode if not probably the last episode of Mind of Football Fans podcast for this particular season. It's been a really long season, and we have to again start by saying thank you guys so much for all the love and the support from this first episode when we were literally with no video till now, where we are literally, you guys are seeing our faces. So we thank you guys so much for all the love and the appreciation. Please keep bringing that love, and please don't forget to, you know, like and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you get notified. And again, this is not the only place you can find us. We're pretty much on every podcast platform available out there. So feel free to subscribe there. Check out our socials, Instagram, TikTok. Content will be dropping for you throughout the whole summer. Hopefully, maybe have some lives, here and there. But we'll see. But anyways, again, this is probably the last episode, and it's been a really, really long season. Really long season. To start off the show, how are you guys feeling after the results from yesterday and things like that? How you guys feeling?
Feeling good. I'm feeling very good.
Uh, so I guess it is what it is. That's what I can say.
This is what it is, isn't it? Obviously, Spy, you guys have to. We all support different clubs. I support Arsenal, Chelsea,
Yeah,
Tammy,
Manchester City.
Manchester United, the red side of Manchester, and obviously our seasons ended. We all ended on a high with wins, but obviously in terms of position, it wasn't really where some of us wanted to be. Some of
Yeah.
us actually kind of surprised us, to be honest, and some of us took the title to the final day. So that was quite fun. But obviously, let's kick this show. This particular episode is just want to round up the season and talk about our awards. Spy. I remember when our first episode we gave our predictions. I'll run that back. We'll see how many of those came to bite us in the ass, and then we'll give our awards for the end of the season, and then I'll round up with predictions for the last games, Champions League final, European finals, and then FA Cup final also. Because as you know, Manchester United has a chance to qualify for Europe right now. So we'll hear what Spy has to say on that. But to kickstart, let's start with the results. Obviously, the whole day started with City and West Ham. West Ham, I mean, did anyone give them a chance? I guess only Arsenal fans gave them a chance pretty much. But obviously, City ended up winning the game 3-1. Before I move on to the next, before I say what I want to say next, the next game, Arsenal 2, Everton 1. These two games were kind of the big games of the day, obviously. Again, Arsenal fans gave West Ham a chance. And for a minute, everyone thought West Ham would actually pull it off. But just going back to the West Ham game, with City winning that game, they kind of, I mean, it's obvious now, 4 in a row. Congrats to them as an Arsenal fan. All you have to say is, you keep pull your hearts to them and just say congrats, and you move on. Can't really say too much. They have done it. They have been there. They pretty much went undefeated throughout the whole, like, this last 10 games of the season. They literally did not lose a game. The last time they dropped points was against Arsenal. So that's just I can't really say anything there except you guys have anything to add.
Nah, I mean, expected result. Another title for them. Nobody really cares when City wins the title. I'm just Glad it wasn't Arsenal.
Uh
What I can say to that is, I think I spoke to you about that press conference that Pep said, we're winning it. When Pep said we're winning the Premier League in that press conference, there was no going back. That,
but he has said so many things like that though. He said, oh, if we drop points, Arsenal will win it. If we do this, Arsenal is winning, Liverpool win. He's he comes out playing like it's like he plays mind games every time. Like it pisses me off sometimes when I hear what he says.
a chess player does what a chess player does. That's what I can say. But it's not excited anymore. Like we got teams like Everton having point deductions, Nottingham Forest having point deductions, and City have over 150 cases. Should they be top of the table? Well, that's a question to be asked.
Yeah, and this kind of where it's at. Like we want them to get it over with. Like they have been investigating since they dropped it. What was it like
Like two
beginning of
seasons
last year?
ago.
Or exact whatever it is, they have been
Yeah.
investigating it. So this, as much as yeah, they are winning, they still have this cloud over them, which everyone says, oh, they have 115 charges on them. Everyone is like, yes, they're champions, but they still have 115 charges on them. So like, they should get on with it. Let's know if they actually were meant to be champions or whatever. You know what it is.
And talking about that as well, there are a lot of controversies that happened against Arsenal, Newcastle, Arsenal for one. Um, so many, so many controversies in the Premier League this season. Arsenal versus Liverpool. Odegaard clearly grabbing the ball as a keeper, but
Next
VAR
game,
at this season, they said something about a new upgraded VAR for the offside. So
yeah,
we hope to see.
the semi-automated offside. So yeah, that's what it's pretty much used in Champions League. But yeah, moving on to Arsenal. Arsenal, took it all the way to the final day of the season. They were praying for a miracle. We prayed for Spurs, but then Spurs obviously what they always do. They cared more about Arsenal not winning the league. This is an Arsenal point of view speaking. Don't quote me on this. This is just from an Arsenal point of view. But obviously, you can't necessarily control what happens in a game. Son, that chance he had would have probably that's the title going to go down and dusted draw, whether we like it or not. But kudos to Arsenal taking it to the final day of the season. Not many teams have done that against the City side. I think Liverpool is pretty much the only side that has done it. So, you know, but it's progress. It's progress. I can't say too much about it. I won't say too much. It just makes me sad every time I think about it. So,
With
uh,
all being said, I think Arsenal still like they had a chance to win the Prem when they dropped points at what match was that? You guys dropped points. I think if you didn't drop points in that
uh
match,
the
you
Villa game, the
guys
Villa
have had a
game.
1 point lead over City if you didn't drop points. But what can I say? It's Arsenal. So
I mean, you were saying City hasn't dropped since your game against you. So, if you guys beat them, wouldn't you have won the title? I mean, it was in your hands.
That's a nice. No, you can't say it was in our hands. That's another thing though,
it was.
cause
It
that's
was. It
another game you
really
can
was.
look
It's,
onto.
it's in everyone's hands.
Against
38
Villa, you
beating
guys were top of the table, right?
38.
Against Villa, you guys
No,
were
no,
top of the.
City was top that day because they had won earlier, so City was top.
Okay, so you guys had the chance to go top and seal it over there because City dropped points after that
No, they
to
didn't.
Newcastle, or was it
They
before
did
that?
not. They literally did not drop any points. Spy, I'm telling you,
Okay,
the
okay,
game
cool. So
Villa
let's do the math. Let's do the math. You guys finished 2 points below City, or 0 1 point?
City
Two
2 points.
points.
So if we had
Two,
beaten City at the
2 points.
Etihad,
No,
yeah.
no, no,
If
no.
we had beaten City at the Etihad,
If you drew to Villa, if you drew to Villa,
it
you'd
still
have.
still have made up. It's
Hold on,
it
hold
would have been
on,
2 points
hold
lost.
on. Can you do the math?
They beat
You
us by
guys,
2 points.
okay, you guys, okay. So if you won Villa,
If we beat Villa, yes, we'd have won the league.
if you won City,
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's the game. That's what I'm saying. No, every game from that City game, because we both had equal games. Every game from that City game. If we had won out from that City game and they had won out from that game too, would have you know
that's in your hand. All I'll say is good save from Ortega from Son. That's what I'll say. Good save.
yeah, that's pretty much where the title was done and done and dusted. So won't talk too much. Um, Liverpool 2, Wolves 0. big ups to Liverpool sending Klopp on a beautiful farewell. I don't know if you guys watched the after the
I
game.
was
I don't know
more
if you guys.
interested in watching that than City lift the trophy.
Yeah, so
Honestly,
I watched that and I was like, okay, Klopp, he was bigging up preparing the fans for Arne Slot that has officially been
Mm.
confirmed now. I really don't know what to
Oh
expect with
damn.
that. So that's probably next season that's probably one of the first few things we'll talk about next first episode of next season. You know what to expect from Arne Slot, but big ups to the players that they put up a performance. I think also you can't also say anything. Wolves were pretty much done with the season, so
Yeah.
you expected them to kind of win. But anything about club, any congratulatory messages, things like that.
I mean, you know, no
I
one
think
can
I'll say,
deny. Hmm? Oh yeah, you can go. You can go.
okay. I think I'll say I think Rafa Benitez was the last manager to win the Champions League for Liverpool, right?
That's true, yes.
So I think Klopp has really done what no manager could do for Liverpool. He brought the Premier League, he brought a Champions League, he gave City a real fight over these 4 years. He created Mo Salah. I don't want to hear that Roma nonsense. Created Mo Salah, so Salah should be very grateful. He created probably the deadliest front, one of the deadliest front three the Premier League has ever seen in like past 5 years. Firmino, Mane, and Salah. Uh, he's done a lot. The attacking, pressing football. He's changed the game, and we can be grateful for that. But he should enjoy his stay away. At least now United will lose 7-0 again.
Uh, Tams, let's hear you.
Yeah, I mean, crazy. I remember like for me, I didn't know about like Liverpool '05 when I was a kid. So for me, growing up, Liverpool was always this mid-table club until Klopp came back, and then he really put Liverpool back where they should be. So like you can't really deny the impact that he had on that club. You know, I mean they won every trophy with him. It's just like that City team, man. It was just unfortunate timing for him to come in.
Yeah. And one thing I remember from when Klopp first came was how he said, I've only come to turn you supporters who are doubters to believers. And that has pretty much stuck with me throughout his time at Liverpool. And he has pretty much turned like any Liverpool fan that is a doubter or that was a doubter has become a believer. And it's crazy how he did it, but big ups to Klopp, and whoever comes in and whatever happens to Liverpool, hopefully it's in the right you know in the right state of mind. But anyways, moving on, I say we won't stay too much on this. Palace 5, Villa nil. I mean, Villa pretty much. I don't think the results matter to them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like
But I mean, Alice next season, they could be one of the teams to look out for. No, I mean not like as in not high up the table, but maybe like around like eighth, ninth.
don't get me wrong, they played crazy football, like scoring goals, literally scoring
Yeah,
goals for
yeah,
fun. 4 against United, 5 now. I can't remember who they played again, and they popped. I can't remember how many they popped. Was it 4-3? I can't remember last
trying to
weekend.
think. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it was three.
Some Something like that. But like scoring goals for fun. Pretty much, if the season was not to end now, they are pretty much they'll probably keep going. They are the most informed team in the Premier League as of when the season ended in the past 3 weeks or so. So Palace 5, Villa nil. Big ups to Villa, qualified for the Champions League.
Yeah,
No one really saw that coming, to be honest. So big ups to them, big ups to them. Um, oh, Spy isn't here right now. Oh, Spy is back. Welcome,
yeah,
welcome back, Spy. Obviously, Villa, we were at Palace and Villa, the 5-0 trashing. Did you see that comment?
No, but all I can say is Palace's manager. I think I would like to see what he's going to do now that he has a full control next season. and Mateta, form of his life. Hope he
You sure he
continues that
was
next season.
he was left out? He was left. Him and Olise were left out of the France squad, professional France squad for Euro 2016.
I
Sorry,
mean, it's France
2026.
squad. It's France squad. You don't really expect
No, but I think
that.
I think they only took 25. They still have a whole extra slot. Like he just said he doesn't want to take a full squad.
I'm just like, okay, but
But
like still though.
regardless, it's France. Like, you know, the politics in there. You could
Yeah.
see from like Benzema dropping out. There's a lot of politics in there. So,
True.
Yeah.
as they say, if
Well,
Mbappe
anyways,
likes, you go.
sure. Anyways, Brighton nil, United 2. United had ended the season on a high, pretty much.
Well,
I think they beat two games to end the season, but then uh their qualification in Europe is actually based on the FA Cup right now against Manchester City. Uh Spy, as a United fan, how do you sum up the season?
Sorry?
How do you sum up the season as a United fan?
Mud. Clubs in the mud. Stadium is washing up, flooding up. Players don't play for the badge. Manager criticizes his own players instead of backing them up. He can never just admit that it's a tactical error from his side. Owners, I think that's the only good thing right now. The owners, they have a little vision that the former owners didn't have. I think Radcliffe he has a vision on the club. I think our next mission in quotes is to build or reconstruct our stadium. I think he's planning on building a new state of the art stadium because they have the land for it, as he said, or they might just renovate small steps. But as a United fan, I don't think we should look forward to anything next season or even the season after that. I think we need like 3 seasons to actually get a grip on this club because shambles, shambles.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, United one of pretty
But I'm a
much
City
the
fan, you get it
worst
right.
pretty much the worst stats they could ever imagine in their history of since what close to over 40 years. Worst position, negative goal difference, least lowest goals conceded. Like I mean, yeah, you can always say injuries played a part, but still, damn. Most losses at home, most losses. I mean, I can keep going,
Of
but
course, players will get injured when you're making them do 2 kilometer runs after a loss that you caused. A tactical error that you caused and you did not change at halftime. You're making them to do a 2 kilometer run in training. I'll as well get injured. I might not get injured, but I'll claim to be injured. And if you don't
uh,
agree that I'm injured, then it's out of consent. You know,
uh, yeah. But
because
from a
as
Brighton point of view, okay, no, keep going.
this guy said in their little, should I call it a podcast or Sky Sports rather? He said when Winnie said that there are so many times players do it. You can be injured for 1 week, but your agent and whatever will say you're injured for longer, and that happens because
I did hear him. Yeah,
that
I saw
happens
that. I saw that.
because maybe you don't want to play for the manager anymore, or maybe there's a bit of mix up that you don't want to get yourself involved in. Because look, sure, like so many injuries
Yeah,
that we know, like, is it really? Well, it is what it is.
this is what it is. Yeah, yeah. No, I saw that and I was like, that actually makes sense, and that makes you
yeah.
think about like, damn, you know. But anyways, United looking forward to next season. Actually, no, looking forward to the FA Cup final. I like to see how that plays out. From a Brighton point of view, Roberto De Zerbi is leaving. Didn't see that one coming. Well, I kind of saw it coming, but I didn't see it coming, if you get what I mean. Like, he was hinting at it, but I was like, nah, is he actually going to just go after 2 seasons? Like, he has no reason precisely for, like, leaving. Like, obviously, yeah, Brighton didn't have the season they wanted, but, like, you know, why? That surprised you guys.
Not really. No,
No, I think
not
mine
really. Not really. I think they should bring back their long lost manager, Graham Potter.
They might actually do it. Do you know they might actually do it? Like I'm not messing around. They might actually do it. You know, I don't run it past them, but yeah. Speaking of Graham Potter, speaking of Graham Potter, Chelsea to Bournemouth 1. What a goal by Caicedo, I might say.
yeah, fantastic goals.
That was a crazy ass goal by Caicedo.
Yeah, he's
Probably,
not. He doesn't take a lot of shots. So surprising to see.
And Chelsea finished they qualified
Strong
for
finish.
Europe.
Yeah,
It's really strong. They say it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
exactly.
No, throughout the whole season, Chelsea was between 10th and 12th. 10th and 12th, literally alternating between 10th and 12th. And then to finish in Europe, qualify for Europe.
Crazy.
Spy.
This was my season prediction. I went back. I got a couple notifications about what I wrote about the start of the season. I predicted, that we mostly be struggling throughout the year because we always have so many injuries. Even coming into this season, we had a lot of injuries. I mean, a lot of injuries. Hey, whoa! We have the most injuries in the league this season.
No,
So
no, it was
next
Manchester
year.
United. It was United.
No. Man, you had a
It was
third of our
United.
injuries. No, they had a third of our injuries. Look it up. Look it up. They had a third of our injuries, and we still, and yet you're hearing all these injuries about Man U. Chelsea had a lot of injuries. We had the most in the league.
No, I have to. My heart's. I still top of my heart to Chelsea because the way they finished the season is crazy. I think what was it, six wins or something like that.
Yeah, I know
Six
it
wins
was
on the
five
bounce.
five in a row. I'm not, I
Five
don't.
in
I
a
think we might have drawn the game before, but it was like 10 games unbeaten or something like that. No, not 10 games. It was we were 8 games unbeaten before we played you, and then you guys beat us 5-0. And then after that, I think we won every game after that.
which is again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So
Yeah.
big ups to Chelsea. Spy, you don't look too happy.
Yeah, congratulations. That's what I can say.
So you can
They
say.
I'm
stole
just
the
like,
CE prospect, and then the CE prospect carried them. Congrats.
That's
whoa.
true. I mean, I don't think they'll argue. Everyone will say. I mean, every logical Chelsea fan will say it's because of Cole Palmer, and rightly
Nah, fully
so.
100%.
Rightly so. So, anyways, touching on some other results, just to brush on a few. Brentford to Newcastle 4. Strong finish by Newcastle. Newcastle will probably make Europe depending. They might make Europe depending on whatever goes on in the FA Cup final. Obviously,
Yeah.
United wins it, then they are out of Europe, which is quite sad because I think between United and Newcastle deserve Europe more than United. But anyways,
What
next up,
Oh, never
yeah,
mind. Keep going.
next up, Burnley 1 Forest to Forest. Should I say escaped? Was it as an escape or more like they were lucky enough? I don't know which of them is better for this situation, but Forest ended up not getting relegated. Burnley, one of the three teams to go down. I don't know. Nothing more to say. Burnley probably go back to the championship, regroup, probably win it again and come back. That's out of all the three
Yeah.
teams that went down. I'll probably think Burnley is the one that will probably go back and come back up.
I think Luton were good. I thought Luton were really good.
Yeah, Luton to have potential to obviously come back. What's the word? Come back up to the
Yeah, I think Burnley
come
are
back
more
up.
suited for that championship style of play, like just being the best team in that league.
Yeah, yeah. So then next up, Sheffield also relegated nil. Tottenham 3. Freaking Spurs couldn't beat City to give us the title. They went and they dropped 3 away to. They couldn't beat City at home. Then they went and
Don't
they
don't blame Spurs. Why
That's not
couldn't you guys do it? Why couldn't you do it?
I mean, we did take 4 points off City this season, so you know.
We
Anyways,
also took 4 points off
26.
this season, so
Could be
you know
6.
you needed 6 to beat them.
Don't settle for less. Aim for the
uh,
best. Yeah.
yeah, definitely, definitely. And last but not least, this one actually pains me. Luton got relegated because for me, it actually had strong hopes for Luton. I was like, Luton, let's go, Luton, let's go. You know, kind of like Ted Lasso type vibes. I don't know why. They give me Ted Lasso type vibes. Like if you watch Ted Lasso and the team, I don't know what team he coaches, but that's kind of vibes they give me from. You know, I'm like they make me want to stop. I don't know if because they are small team or it's their stadium. I don't know what it is, but they just give those vibes, and I'm like, you know. So I don't know why Spy is looking at me like that.
You're just weird. You're just you're different. You're different.
Oh my god. No, I'm just saying, like that's pretty much what it is, but you know. Anyways, but yeah, that brings us to the end of the 2023-2024 Premier League season. Match week 38, check, done. Whatever you want to say. What an incredible season.
Yeah.
Lot of records broken, lot of goals scored, lot of last minute goals scored. Pretty much but then obviously there are some negatives I won't get into. But yeah, it's been an amazing season so far. And with an amazing season done and dusted comes the awards. Obviously, we have to give our awards. Minority football fans, we have to give the awards. But before we give our awards, let's hear what our predictions before the start of the season. Spy and I came and we gave some really crazy ass predictions. And I'm just going to run down and Spy, I hope you don't shy away from it. A champion. This is the one that when I went back and I heard some of this and I'm like, what were we thinking? Oh, I know if Spike can remember what he said for that one. It's like if you go watch Mark Goldbridge. This is kind of the same thing. It's kind of what he said. But anyways, Spire said Manchester United would win the Premier League.
Please relax.
That is
I
literally
said,
what he said.
I said United will win the Premier League from
Yes, you
a
did.
fan's perspective, and I also said who will actually win it.
I can't remember. I don't know. That's my business.
Please
What
go.
did you say? Tell me what you said if you remember. Tell me what you said.
City will win it, but I said from a fan's perspective, I cannot say United will win it because I did say Arsenal will bottle it again, didn't I?
No, you them. I quote this is what he said. I do not feel Arsenal will be top four because of mentality, and they will struggle to enter Europe. That is what he said.
You lot are struggling though. Struggled
That's
against
what he
Bayern.
said. That's what he said.
Struggled
Anyways,
against Bayern.
I went for Arsenal as the Premier League champion. Close enough. Top four Spy had City, Liverpool, and Chelsea. Okay, not bad. No, not bad. Not bad. I went for City, United, and Chelsea. Damn, that's too far off, isn't it? That's too far off. I had too much hope in Chelsea. I had too much
Next
hope in
season,
Chelsea.
next season.
Next year, yeah. Spy had Arsenal fifth, Newcastle sixth, Villa seven. I had Liverpool fifth and Spurs sixth. I pretty much spot. Okay, no, I'm not spot on with that. Actually, that's also pretty bad too. Anyways, relegation. I had Luton. Sorry, Spy had Luton, Fulham, and Forest. Wow. I had Luton, Sheffield, and Wolves. Ooh, LOL with that. That last one, Wolves. That's pretty crazy. Wolves. I don't know about that.
And they were close.
No, they weren't. Nowhere near it.
Hey.
They were comfortable.
Forest was closer to
I'm thinking of
relegation.
yeah. Sorry, I was thinking they were close to it. They were there for like the first half of the season.
Uh, no, that was Bournemouth. I think of Bournemouth.
Bournemouth came up crazy though.
You think of Bournemouth. Yeah, I think of Bournemouth. Anyways, your player of the season, Spy had Rodri slash Stones. Okay, now I see. Now I see why you said City. Now I see the City. City because you had Rodri slash Stones as your player of the season, and I
Stones would have
had
been, but he got injured. You know,
Maybe,
Is he
maybe.
still injured now?
I think so. Yeah.
Is he going? So he's not going to Euros?
I don't know. I don't know. Gareth Southgate announces his professional squad tomorrow.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
think he'll still
and
go. I don't think that's serious.
I think
We'll
if
see.
he's fit, he'll definitely. I mean, obviously, if he's anyway close, he'll go.
yeah, and I had Haaland. Not too far off. Not too far off. Spice young player of the season was Garnacho. Spice said something about Garnacho this season. Sorry, young player of the season will be Garnacho. Spice said something. He said Garnacho will outplay Rashford this season.
Absolutely, correct.
Spot on to that, Spice. Spot on to that. Spot on to that.
Thank you.
I had Saliba as the young player of the season.
Not about shit at all.
I had Saliba. Not too far off.
Was he nominated for like any of the awards this year? Or no.
Yeah, he was young player of the
Okay,
season.
okay, okay.
Young player of the season,
How old
yeah.
is Saliba now? Is he 20, 23, 22?
Probably 20, between 22 and 23. Between those two. And Golden Boot Spy went for Salah. I went for between Salah, Kane, and Haaland. And that's because when we made this, Kane was still in the league. They hadn't
Mm.
sold Kane yet. Close enough. I think we did good with this. I think we did good with these predictions, considering Haaland won it and Salah wasn't too far off.
Nah, Salah,
Um,
Salah had like 12. Yeah, he fell off towards the end.
ah, playmaker award. We had Spy had Bruno winning it. Now, actually, I can see that. Considering he created the most chances. If just chances were taken, he probably would have won it.
Yeah,
Probably would have won it. I went for KDB. Again, not
he
too
was
far
close.
off. I was pretty close with that. No, so Spy, I think we did pretty good. But anyways, Golden Glove, we both went for Nana. I don't know why. Okay, we went. I can't remember why we went for Nana.
Because he was Mr. Champions League last season. Onana
That's
was
stranded.
after Rodri. Onana was the highlight of Champions League last season.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
coming to Man U, I'm thinking as a keeper, there's nothing to adapt to. It's ball coming at you. Like, you're not adapting to the defense, obviously. Like so, I said maybe, but he ended up having three gloves instead of two.
yeah. I remember when I was picking, and I was like, you know, based on how United performed, they'll have a lot of 1-0 wins, and then he'll probably stack up. And United did have a few 1-0 wins that kind of helped. So, anyways, signing of the season, Spice said between Onana and what's this guy's name in Newcastle? Something Barnes. Did you
Harvey
say
oh,
Barnes.
Barnes? Harvey Barnes, sorry.
If Harvey Barnes had minutes, maybe,
I mean, yeah,
maybe.
if he probably wasn't injured, if he
And
probably
I'm
wasn't
saying the
injured,
signing of the season, as it is right now, is Cole Palmer, but
yeah,
we did not. That happened during the season.
that
So
happened
these
yeah,
as
predictions,
like 2 games into the season.
yeah.
Yeah,
There was a couple of
so
games there.
kind of like disrupted everything. But
yeah. I went for Timber. I went for Urine
What
Timber.
he was? Did he? How many did he play? Did he come back and then did he get injured again, or was he just
No,
injured
he
the
he
entire
tore
time?
he tore his ACL. Tore his ACL.
Oh, damn,
Yeah, he tore his ACL,
sorry,
which was bad.
crazy.
Um, yeah. But now moving to our actual awards, we all know. I think out of 10, I'll say our predictions 6, 6 out of 10. I think we did pretty good. That's like a B minus kind of. No, too far from it now. Uh, I will clip the Manchester United. I'll clip it. I'll post it on Instagram, TikTok. Mark Goldbridge did say United will win the Champions League, so I think
Crazy.
yeah, better. But anyways, so our Premier League to our Minor Football Fans Award for the 2023-2024 Premier League season. Starting with Tams. Tams, we'll start with you. Your player of the season you had Cole
Cole
Palmer.
Palmer, innit? Who else? Who else?
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think that's a reasonable shout. Actually, no, I can't not justify it. I think it's actually a reasonable shout. Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
I think it's actually a reasonable shout. Your young player of the season, you had Phil Foden. Fair enough.
I was like, I debate. I was like, I don't know, Foden's kind of old. I don't know if I want to give it to him, but I was like, I thought he was up there for like he was close to player of the year. So I was like, yeah. Then if Palmer takes player, he'll take Young.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like he's won it for like what
Too
this is
many
third
times.
time. This is third time. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to say he doesn't deserve, but like it's just there's someone
It's,
else that also deserves it that we could give it to. Get what I
and
mean?
I feel like he's almost too old to get because isn't he 24 now?
Something like that.
24, almost
23,
25.
something like that. I don't know. All these guys, their ages mean nothing to
Oh
me.
yeah, he's turning 24 in a week.
Damn, and he's won what 6 titles?
Yeah, that's
Six. God
crazy.
damn. Anyways, manager of the season you had Pep, and rightly so. It
Yeah,
makes sense.
no one's done 4 in a row. You have to, as much as we don't like to, we have to give him his credit still.
Exactly. We have to say he deserves it. Sign of the season,
Obviously,
Cole Cole Palmer.
yeah.
Fair shout. I think it's debatable, but that's a fair shout.
I think it was just like if you're the player of the year, and he's young. I mean, he's what 20, 21. He's gonna be at Chelsea for hopefully the next 10 years at least. So
You're holding him hostage. He needs to go out and explore.
nah,
uh,
he needs to stay at home and he needs to keep delivering.
uh, yeah, no, definitely he can win something. Overachiever of the season. I don't get this one when you said that. I didn't get this when you
See,
said it.
I figured that was what you're when you said like okay like and with the emojis, but like I think it's just because like 4 in a row is an incredible achievement. Like I don't think like anyone could really like even though everyone I think expected City to win. I think like you still have to give them credit for actually going and doing it because I mean not even Sir Alex Ferguson did 4 in a row. Like it's a hard thing to do. So like even though I think we all expected City to do it, it's still like it's overachieving to go and actually win that 4 in a row. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, that's a fair explanation for that. But yeah, yeah. On the achiever, I think we all agree on this one.
Yeah.
I think pretty much all our awards will probably have. I think this is the one we agree on.
That's why
No
you don't agree.
offense. No offense. No, I think he agrees. He knows. He knows. He knows. That's why he's not talking. He knows. He knows. Game of the season. I think this is a fair shout. I think this game was spot on. Probably the best game of the season. I mean, there were too many games to decide,
Yeah,
but
there
this
were a
was the one
lot of
that
good games.
this was the one that kind of stood out in my brain. Spy. We'll go to Spy's one in a minute. So Spy had an interesting choice, and he'll tell us why he picked his. But yeah, and team of the season.
Mine's a little
Team of
strange.
team of the season. You had Ederson, Gusto, Saliba, Van Dijk, Udogi, Rodri, Rice, Odegaard, Palmer, Foden, Haaland. So I'm guessing this is a 4-3-3.
Yeah, it's a 4-3-3.
Do you want to defend any of your especially the Gusto one? I think you
I
kind of had
think
to defend that.
Gusto. Okay, because the only thing I'll say with Gusto was minutes. It's because like I think he only played like 25-ish games maybe. But I mean, Gusto was incredible. Like going forward, going back, like I mean, when you look at the numbers per 90, Gusto was up. Like he was pretty much number one for among fullbacks for pretty much everything. Like go and look at his stat page on FBref. He's pretty much in the 99 percentile for everything for a fullback. He's incredible going forwards and backwards, and I don't think people gave him his credit during the season, so I wanted him to get his credit because I genuinely think he was the best right back this season. I don't think anyone. I don't know if anyone even comes into the conversation with him. If I'm being, if besides Trent, obviously, besides Trent.
Spy. I'll allow you. I'll allow you to have this one.
Well, from the stream of the season, as I'm saying it, I have so many disagreements. I would say I'll agree with your front line because I think that's the same with mine.
Mhm.
Ederson, no. Gusto, no. Van Dijk, no. Rice, no.
Really?
Yes, because you cannot put Rodri and Rice in one team. No,
Why can't you?
Out
Why
and
can't
double
you?
too
pivot.
defensive.
What do you need to?
No, no.
Rice
Too
isn't
defensive.
so
Rice
defensive.
isn't defensive though. Rice isn't
You
defensive.
can.
I've seen.
I don't even think. I think Rice for me, like what I wanted Arsenal to do. Well, not what I wanted. What I thought Arsenal
Which
should
is
do.
pretty much what they did.
Play him as an eight. Play him as an eight. He can
Yeah,
play
which
as
is
an
pretty
eight.
much what he did, and
Yeah.
he
Towards the end of the
tried. This
season.
was his
Yeah.
best scoring. What? Oh, come on, Spy.
You could definitely play Roger and Rice together.
Would you rather play Rodri and Rice or Rodri and De Bruyne?
De Bruyne. How many games did De Bruyne play?
That's a question.
No.
It doesn't
Do you know?
matter.
No.
He
No,
still proved
Spy,
his
Spy.
worth. He
Look
was
at it
injured.
though.
He was injured. He came back and still proved that he deserves to be in the team of the season.
No. Look at it though. Look at it though. We're talking about this
Availability is
season.
the best.
We're not looking at their resume. We're looking at this season, Spy. You can't. I feel like you
I'm not
can't
looking at
put De
resume.
Bruyne. I feel like you can't put De Bruyne in here just because he missed half the season. Don't get me wrong, he was in the season, but like,
Yeah.
when you look at the half the season he missed and what Rice did in that half and still what he did when he was back, come on.
No,
Rice had
I
his
think
best
you're forgetting
output
that.
this
I
season.
think you're forgetting that. No, I think you're forgetting that half of the season we spent time criticizing the price of rice. Don't you dare forget that. Don't you dare, because
No,
there
we
was a time
didn't.
that we were like
I don't.
rice.
I don't. I don't know if that's true.
We
Yeah.
never criticized. We Spy, come on, we never criticized.
We
We
criticized rice and
never.
Havertz.
That I
No,
Yes,
Havertz, yes, Rice, never.
rice as well.
No,
Oh
we
my God.
didn't. No.
We started criticizing rice all the way from friendlies against Manchester United that
Yeah,
Kobe
that was the
Mano
only time
made
you criticized
jollof
him. Yeah,
rice out of it.
that's the only time you criticized him. Come on. That was
No,
the only time you criticized him.
ladies first. Take your rice. You can have your rice. Do you want stew?
Anyway, Spies, I'm moving to your own award. So let's start with yours. Spies Award. Player of the season went for Foden. You know.
Rightly so.
Debatable too.
Very debatable. Very debatable.
Very
Who
debatable.
would you
But,
rather?
you know, we'll take it.
Palmer,
I
obviously,
mean,
far
he has
better
Cole
season.
Palmer.
Even Saka. Not Saka. But Saka, he was close. I
The
don't know how I
closest
didn't get
person
nominated for
to
anything.
this, the closest person to this
It's Palmer.
was Ollie Watkins. Next.
Hmm? What?
Yes.
Am I hearing you right?
Yes. The
I mean, he
team he's
was
playing for.
nominated too. He was nominated.
No,
So
Watkins was
he
good, but like Watkins, like he played a lot more than everyone else on the list. That's why I'm saying like, and he had pretty much the same numbers as like Palmer, and like, but he played like 15, like 10, 15 more games almost.
That that makes sense. Anyways, young player of the season, Cole Palmer. Manager of the season, Spy. I'll allow you to defend this. I want you to defend it. I want to hear your point of view.
Pep. He's boring now. Like, but when teams play against CE, or when teams play against other
Spy,
teams, you can see the difference.
you don't defend an answer by saying it's
Let me
boring.
land. Let me land. It's boring. Teams have so much respect for CE, but when you see teams like Liverpool, Arsenal going against CE, they play like it's a regular day. They don't put no respect. You put respect that, oh, this is a good team. We can get punished if we play out of position. But you don't put respect as to sitting deep and wait for CE to come. That's what West Ham did. That's what that's what 18 actually, 17 clubs. 17 clubs did against it this season, or 16. Bar Chelsea,
Hmm.
bar Arsenal, bar Liverpool. So that's like 16 in it. So that's all. Every other team had respect. Do you see against United? See, it literally formed a square, and United was in the square. And they did that for every team. But when you see they're playing against Chelsea, Chelsea tried to break that. Sterling did a good job in the first half of the season. Arsenal, the same thing, they had it on lock. It's too much respect. And that's when, as a manager of the season, you come and play. Ateta, he has been building a club. He came last season, he bottled it last season. Don't get me wrong, he also bottled it this season, but you could see that beautiful football he was playing. That Arsenal football, smacking Chelsea 5-0. It's something that needs to be watched, studied. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's good football. We saw a good attacking football from a manager improved Arsenal side because every single player you're seeing that Arsenal team is was all brought up from Arteta, literally. Odegaard, Rice, Havertz. Chelsea fans were saying, "Oh, that's a good." That we scanned Arsenal. But Arsenal said no. Arteta said no. I will build something here, and he did. So Arteta is my player, of the manager of the month, manager of the season. Take it,
13,
leave it. I'm not changing it.
13 goals, 13 goals this season from Kai Havertz. So
14 from
um,
Jackson.
sign of the season, sign of the season, Cole Palmer. Ah, credit to you, kudos to you. Overachiever of the season, Aston Villa, rightly so. No one really expected them to win Champions League football. Even their fans, like, in their wildest dreams, they expected.
Someone did. One person did. No other but Alex Ferguson.
He did.
Okay.
He did. No, he did. No, he did say. He did say. You know,
He did
I
say
went back
Villa
and I
will finish
watched
in
it. Yeah,
top four.
yeah. He did say, yeah, on Sky Sports. Crazy, crazy. On the chief achievers of the season.
Why are you
Spy.
laughing? I don't see what's going.
Do you want
Why are you
to
laughing?
say anything on this one?
No. Next.
No, I won't even allow you to say anything because we were already know. So I'm not even going to allow you to say anything on this one. Game of the season. This is the one I want you to talk about a bit. I can't really remember this game. Is this game? No, this is not the game where
This was the
Was
game that had Manchester City on ropes. Manchester City escaped the
this is the
game
this is the
with the
game that
controversy.
McAllister.
McAllister
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Doku.
yeah. Now I remember. Now I remember.
It was
Yeah.
a very
oh, so this is the
fun
second game.
game.
Yeah.
Like this game right here was two clubs going at it. City and Liverpool going at it. Both needed 3 points from that game, but had to settle for one. Unlike Arsenal that needed 3 points, but held back and settled. You know, this one Liverpool were forced to settle by the refs. But Liverpool, Arsenal, they had to settle because they're so-called player of the season,
I
Saka.
do remember. I do remember. Ederson fouling Saka. Towards the end of that game. Am I thinking of the
Please,
right game?
please,
I do
just
remember
tell
that was the
Saka
game,
to
right?
stop, tell Saka to stop limping after a bad game. But that's besides it. This is my game of the season.
Your team of season spy. Do you want to defend Vicario, Walker, Saliba, Gabriel, Udogi,
Vicario has been
Rodri, De
very good for
Bruyne,
Spurs.
Odegaard, Palmer, Phil Foden, and Erling Haaland? I feel like the only thing you probably should defend is probably your Vicario choice. I do
No,
agree
no, I
with.
think Vicario is understandable. I think that's it was for me. It was between Ederson and Vicario.
Okay, I guess you don't have to defend anything. I
Who
guess we
won the
move
clean
on.
sheet this year, if I may ask?
David Raya.
So you see how defensive like that was. It was a clean sheet for the defenders, not the keeper. But it's
That's
cool.
fair because William Saliba did finish the season with the most clean sheets, 18. So that's his fair. Now moving on to my own, I feel like I probably would defend some of these things, but I probably won't. My player of the season had to go to Rodri. If I have to defend that, then I don't think you watch football. Um, my young player of the season, Phil Foden. So this right, I was debating between Phil Foden and William Saliba, and I ended up picking Foden because of how much he carried City when De Bruyne was out. You know, there were just games where City had no option and he pretty much just popped out of nowhere and he saved the day. But this was a strong debate in my head between Phil Foden and De Bruyne. Sorry, Phil Foden and William Saliba, and I ended up going for Phil Foden. My manager of the season has to be Arteta. I think he pretty much won 28 games in a regular season, right? When I mean regular season, I mean like without this juggernaut of a team called Manchester City. Like they would have won the league like 5 weeks ago. Um, but obviously we have teams like Manchester City in the league, and so 128 games, most goals scored, a team with the most goals scored in the league, team with the most clean sheets, team with the least number of goals conceded in the league, best points. I can't even start. He literally broke record. Like this team was 1 point shy of breaking the Invisibles record. Like I think the Invisibles finished with like 90. He finished with 89. So you see, without it, nah, I don't think I have to explain myself. My sign of the season, Declan Rice. Declan Rice. I think the way he elevated this Arsenal team, and I think his level of play, his output, the way I think he finished with like 6 assists and like 7 goals or some 5 assists, something like that, 7 goals. His output this season was just higher than regular. Overachievers of the season, I went with Bournemouth. First 10 weeks of the season, Bournemouth pretty much were last on the table, or close in bottom three. And then if you look at the table, pretty much from December up till now, I think they have the fifth, sixth, either fifth or sixth. So that tells you how much job Andre Iriola has done for a team. I thought about Villa too, but I was like, Bournemouth starting the first 10 weeks of the season, last place, and they ended up finishing with their best point tally in the Premier League season. I think that's just crazy. I'm not going to touch too much on this one.
I don't see
And
what's
but
funny. I don't get the joke.
It's just that
there's,
we all had the same person there. It's just funny.
there's
Sorry,
not
my
too much.
underachiever was Manchester City.
There's not too much to touch on. And obviously, my game of the season, Chelsea 4, Manchester City 4. Again, this is the game that kind of just stood out. When I think of all the great games, this one was just crazy, back and forth. Like I saw a video from Bleacher Report, and they were going back and they were recapping this game, and it was like they had Pep in the middle, and you see the Chelsea players going to score, City players going to score, back and you just see Pep, and then he just fell. So I think that when you think about that game, no one really expected Chelsea to win, to come without a point from that game too also. So big ups to Chelsea. And then my team of the season, I don't think anyone will argue with this. I'm Pickford in goal, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Guardiola, Rodri, Rice, Odegaard as my three, and then Palmer, Foden, and Oli Watkins as
I
my front three.
very much disagree.
What do you want me to defend? Let me. I can happily defend
Hey,
it.
please defend sorry, defend Ben White, defend Pickford, defend Gaviel, defend Watkins.
Other than Kyle Walker, and that's the only person I will probably submit to, and I think there's a huge debate for that. Tell me a better right back than Ben White
Gusto.
in
Pedro Porro.
this season.
Gusto. Malo Gusto.
Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro. Yeah. So man of the fans, this is what happens when your host cannot defend his club.
Excuse me.
You see, we should give you, we gave.
Again. Wait. I'm sorry. Name a better defense this season than Arsenal's defense.
Now you're calling two different things.
No, I'm asking you a question. No, I'm getting to that.
Defense, the collective defense, Arsenal had the best defense this season, but individually they were better defenders in that right back position than
Pedro
Ben
Porro,
White.
that everyone was literally beating on the right side. Gusto did not even play the Ben White literally.
Nah. What were you about to say about Gusto? What were we about to say about
I
Gusto?
say Gusto. I was about to say Gusto didn't play the full season.
That's the only
I'm
thing
taking
holding me back.
that into account. Okay, yes, probably he had more assists, but defensively,
It's
I'll
not
still
even
take
just
what
no, but I'm saying defensively good. That's the part of the game that people underrate. And
over
Gusto,
Ben White. Over Ben White though.
I'm not saying defensively Ben might be. I think they're around the same, but offensively, I think Gusto is incredible. And then defensively, he Gusto clamped every person who came down that side. Every game they were swapping onto the left wing because they couldn't deal. I mean, they're swapping onto the right wing because whoever was playing out there on that left, who I forget what game was it? Was it Newcastle? I don't know. But I remember that, bro. There were tons of games this season where Gusto has been out on that right. Whoever has been playing on that that left wing with him has swapped over to the right because they couldn't get past. They were
Is
getting
it the
clamped
same
up.
Gusto that I watched that he's talking about?
He's
And
had
I'm just
there were
using Gusto.
I can think of one, maybe two games where he was a little shaky defensively, but the only one like besides that,
I think the only
incredible.
reason David is calling Ben White is because during corners he used to tamper with keepers' gloves. That's the only reason. I think. But I don't see why Ben White should be in that cover. I don't see why. Kyle Walker, I'm sorry, is there.
Pickford had best save percentage this season in a dying Everton. Second, he finished second in clean sheets. Everton, he finished second in a struggling Everton team that pretty much went with that they literally went winless from December to March. They went winless, and he still finished with the second most clean sheets.
Nelson Semedo was better, man.
I mean, just be calling names. Be calling names. Feel free, call names. Call names. Anyways, yeah, that brings us to the end of Mind on Football Fans Awards. This was a pleasure, maybe we might start a whole debate about like this, that, stuff like that.
I feel like my Ederson shot was underrated, but
Well, duh.
I mean, I'm like, what? Just put best push shot XG in the league, by a distance.
Anyways, before we round up the show,
I think
there are a
Onana
few
was
there
better
are a
than
few
Everton.
matches that are coming up. I want to hear predictions. Starting with Tammy, FA Cup final, Manchester City versus Man United. Who do you have winning that?
Man City 5-0.
Okay, we're going to be serious now. Who do you have winning that?
Obviously, Man City. I think I don't think it'll be close. I don't. Who do you guys have center backs back? Have some of them come
Yeah,
back now?
Martinez played on Sunday.
Okay,
Martinez and Casemiro,
so Casemiro is still going to be at center back.
probably.
Yeah, so I have City by slaughter.
Why? Let's hear you.
I have Manchester winning. Manchester is going to win by 4 goals to 1.
4 goals. Which Manchester?
Manchester.
You sharpshooter. Which Manchester? You're crazy. Which
Manchester.
Manchester? Yeah,
Manchester.
sharp dog. Yeah, sharp
Let
dog.
me
I
see if
think
I can
that's
get a
Manchester's
color.
city.
Yeah, this color of Manchester. That color.
Okay, the blue part of Manchester. I see the color blue
I
there, so
didn't
we'll
say
take it.
that. You said
We'll
that.
take it.
I'm just saying
Blue.
that.
Okay, I have Manchester City winning it just because I don't want Manchester United to make
Just to
Europe.
put this out there, like
I want Newcastle to make Europe.
this is, I will not say the first time, but this is the second time that a club is entering a final, and the fans and everyone knows they don't deserve to be in the final. Number one. Number two, they are not going to get a result from the final.
I mean, okay, no,
And
no,
this
wait.
is,
Actually, no. I have to argue with you. Based on the way they played Liverpool, I feel like that should account for something.
yeah,
That
but
game,
look at the way they played Coventry right after. Excuse me.
fair enough. Fair enough. That's fair.
And you had Super Marvel Anthony doing the ears to Coventry fans. Shocking.
That's
Absolutely
fair.
shocking. You don't deserve to
Um,
be in that final. You don't deserve to win the final.
um what am I going with this? Okay, Champions League. Madrid, Dortmund. Who do you have winning it?
Dortmund. 2 goals to 1.
I can see Dortmund 1-0.
Jordan Sancho
Fortunately,
scoring. Imagine
no,
Sancho
not
scoring the
Santos.
winner.
I feel like Royce is going to be capped with something. That's what I feel.
That'll
I
be a
feel like
crazy
Dortmund are
ascent,
just
but
going into that final because they're in Champions League. I feel like they're going because, first of all, they are there to fight. Second of all, look at what you're. They're going there to play for Royce as well, not just the club. He sacrificed a lot because Royce have had so many big moves, but he chose to be in the yellow stand. He deserves something.
okay. Uh, before I move on to this one, these guys have the possibility of going the whole season unbeaten. When I mean the whole season, I mean not just their league, but we're talking about like Europe. We're talking about like domestic
Super
cup. What
Cup,
everything they can go the whole season unbeaten. And
Crazy.
I like no introduction is needed.
Chabi Alonso.
Obviously.
UEFA Europa League, you have Atlanta versus what was their name? Bayern
Uh,
Leverkusen. Sorry, Bayern never losing. According to some teams, don't mind my joke, please. Uh, but who do you have winning that?
I mean, has to be Leverkusen.
same.
Leverkusen. They have the potential of actually going. We're talking
And
about the
also
whole.
going to be
I know.
the Super
eh,
Cup.
Crazy.
I talking close to 60 something matches unbeaten. Anyways, and
I
then
mean,
last but not least,
if if Leverkusen go the whole, do they take the Invincibles name from Arsenal? Are they the Invincibles?
I mean they probably will, but no one will really
Not probably. Not probably. They
they will,
are.
but it won't be acknowledged as much as because
League.
I think it
they
would
are
be
not that
acknowledged
big of the
more than this.
team.
I
No,
think I think
I
you
mean
have
I
you
think
can't look past it.
no, that's what I'm
it's a
saying. People will be like, yeah, but when everyone thinks of the Invisibles, the first thing they'll still think of will be Arsenal. Do you know what I mean?
no.
It will
Yeah.
be that's
No
what I
one thinks
mean.
about us. Even right now, if you tell me Invincible, I don't think about Arsenal.
So Conference League, Olympiacos versus
It's not
Florentina,
invincible when
back to
you
back,
draw as much games as you win.
back to back Conference League finals for Florentina. Who do you have winning that? I really don't know both
Florent-
teams that well.
I think
Florentina.
yeah.
Florentina, that's crazy. I mean, I was going for Olympiacos, but I have Olympiacos winning it. I have Atlanta winning it, and I have Madrid winning it. And I have obviously I said Manchester City winning it too. Probably like a score to like 3-1. So do like Garnacho score one in the at Wembley. Give United a little bit of hope and then strike. Anyways. But yeah, this brings us to the end of season one. Spy season one. It's been a really long journey, so we appreciate you guys for being with us. This has been a really long season, to be honest. We can't wait to get some rest, regroup, and come back again for the a new season two of Mind of the Football Fans podcast. We appreciate you guys so much for all the love and the support to my beautiful co-host here, Spy, who has been with me from the start, and then Tammy, who has been joining us on occasions. Thank you guys so much. Um, thank you guys so much for being here for talking about this beautiful game. Hopefully our teams next season can come up big time, for us and give us some love. Um, but to our lovely fans, to our lovely audience, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys so much. Again, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm not going to put that graphic up for you, but again, don't forget to like and subscribe the video. Again, don't forget that this is not the only place you can find us at. We are pretty much on every platform known to man, every podcast platform known to man. If you don't if you don't like the video, you can always hear our voices on the audio wherever you get a podcast. And stay tuned to our socials. We'll be dropping content in the next few days for you guys there. So please stick with us. We hope you guys have an amazing summer break. We hope we have an amazing summer break too. We'll see you guys after the summer. Stay where am I going with this? Stay safe, you know, stay safe, stay hydrated, and have an amazing summer, guys. We're out.